Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, and even though I don't like talking around rumors, I don't like sharing them, I don't like spreading them, I don't like reveling in them, I don't enjoy reading them, I don't enjoy watching them, I'm not quite sure where this particular rumor came from, so I can't address the rumor itself. However, the discussion, I think, has merit around the idea that characters from The Mandalorian could be coming to Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars land. Now, I love Galaxy's Edge. I've been to Batuu. I was there right around launch day. I think I was there the day after. I didn't get invited to the launch day party, the launch night party, where Harrison Ford was there with everybody else. I mean, not to take away from George Lucas or anything, but Harrison Ford was there. I was this close. Well, I was a lot further than that, but I was like right there. Anyway, I enjoyed Galaxy's Edge. I don't think they need to change a thing with Galaxy's Edge, apart from adding more. It was astounding. I loved my experience at Galaxy's Edge. I did like 17 videos there in rapid succession. I'd go back in a heartbeat. I wish I lived closer. I'm totally jealous of everybody who gets to go all the time because the merch is amazing. I'd have even more around me. So, some people are concerned about this rumor, but should characters that we wouldn't expect to be on Batuu be allowed to be on Batuu? So, like Grogu and the Mandalorian and Cara Dune and all them that we've discovered in the Mandalorian series, that happens not long after Return of the Jedi. But the events that take place within Batuu in the current iteration of Galaxy's Edge pretty much are in the First Order era, the Resistance era. That's why it's like Kylo Ren and Rey and First Order Stormtroopers and whatnot. Does it make sense that Mandalorian characters show up in this time period? Not with Batuu being what it is today. That said, what if Batuu itself was timeless? Now, it's an immersive experience, and if you go, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You are transported to Batuu. You are there. But this isn't to say that the sequel trilogy was bad. It wasn't. And it's not to say that there aren't fans. There are. But if they made Batuu more timeless and maybe set periods of time in the calendar year where it's one era or the next, there's a chance for us to enjoy characters from all era of Star Wars. I don't know if they're going to be going back to the Old Republic or the High Republic, at least at this point in time, but imagine, let's say, from January to March, you have original trilogy characters, experiences on Batuu. Then, the next 3 months, it's the prequel characters. And then the next 3 months, sequel characters. And the next 3 months, Mandalorian or other live-action TV characters, on rotation. Batuu's not set up like that, right? Obviously, you have Smuggler's Run. And then you have the Millennium Falcon ride, right? And there's things that have been coded and it would take a long time to redo. And you have the Rise of Resistance. However, those rides, I don't feel need to be updated for every other place in the park to feel any less immersive than it actually is. So, I mean, if you think about it, like the stalls, the marketplace, they sell all sorts of toys and collectibles that span eras. And granted, they are starting with the First Order, so everything they're selling would have already happened in the past. I don't know if that would necessarily be made any more awkward if the marketplace was selling an Ahsoka toy, and yet the characters that were running around the park were from the prequels. But I still wonder if they could make it happen. I would like to see it. It would, I think, break the theme. That's the biggest problem. Like, you wouldn't be immersed in it anymore. But as much as we like to believe, hey, we're on Batuu and we're really on this planet, you're on Earth. You inevitably know you're at Disneyland or Disney World. Like, I don't know if we can suspend disbelief for that long. Certainly not long enough to not want to see other characters. Or maybe they make it such that they have parts of the park that allow you to experience like a HoloNet, right? Like a the holodeck from Star Trek. I realize I'm crossing the streams, but imagine if there was a place that you could go to, maybe not out in the town square or wherever, where there are First Order stormtroopers, but if you go over here, right around the corner from the droid depot, if you go into this room, it's the HoloNet, where you can revisit people from the past, and that particular area is the Mandalorian era, or maybe it's like the original trilogy / Mandalorian era, and then on another side of the galaxy's edge, there's another HoloNet, or holodeck, if you will. HoloNet's the wrong word because that's more like the internet or more like the news feed, but you know what I'm saying, like a holo area, and you went in there and you were immersed with people and characters from the prequel trilogy, and that's feasible. I think they could do that. They would need a hell of a lot more space, but it's Disney. They can find it. I guarantee if they did something like that, there'd be a lot more people going. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it was a failure because not enough people went, because I don't know. And honestly, I don't care. I had a great time. I had an amazing time. I'd recommend it to anybody. It was awesome. I would do it again in a heartbeat, even if nothing changes. Even if everything changes. If it continues to be a Star Wars land, I am happy. I am in. But when this particular rumor popped up, I had to think about it. I'm like, would that work? If they retooled things, I think it would. So yeah, I'd be thrilled. I'd be thrilled. I think other people would too. I think Grogu, Baby Yoda, would drive a lot of attendance. But to make that fit today, they'd have to do something different. And I think that my answer to that, I am not an Imagineer. I obviously do not work for Disney. I bought enough Star Wars merch to basically pay for like 3 people's salaries every year. It feels like it. But I don't work for them. That's how I do it. Like a holodeck. A holo. Some kind of experience, projection. So HoloZone, I'm streaming this right now live on Twitch. So one of the chatters said Holo Domain, HoloZone. HoloZone would work. Some holo kind of. They got the HoloNet. It's conceivable. I don't know. I think that would work. Why not? We had Spaceship Earth. I mean, no one believed that we were in an actual spaceship. But you went to the past and you saw into the past, right? It was great. It was Disney. It was fun. Why couldn't they do the same thing in Star Wars land? Why couldn't they do the same thing and keep calling it Galaxy's Edge? But of all past Batuu, or maybe Disney Park. I don't think they're going to go this far, but we get another planet, or go there to Tatooine. No one wants to go to Tatooine. Where else could we go? Naboo. Go to Naboo. Or go to Coruscant. Oh, man. I'd visit Naboo. I'd visit Coruscant. I'd visit Coruscant before Naboo, probably. But, they could build it out that way. And then so Galaxy's Edge is still Batuu. But if they expand and do other eras that way, I think, oh, man. Are there enough Star Wars fans out there to support that? I would. Hell yeah. Gimme. I'd move in. If I could, I'd move in. Who wouldn't? Oh. All right, what do you think? Should they do something else with Batuu? Should they go beyond the First Order era of characters? Or should they keep it the way it is? I think there's good discussion points on both sides. There's no right answer. I don't think there's a wrong answer. I think there's just good discussions to be had. I'd like to see them keep doing it. Don't stop. Keep doing what you do. I love the magic. And I also love you. Thank you for potentially loving Star Wars as much as I do. As much as I love talking about this, hopefully you love listening to it just as much. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. And may the Force be with you